Hello, Woodlake Lutheran Church and friends. I am Pastor Neil Cannon. I am excited to introduce to you David Thompson. David is our Service and Justice Commissioner for our leadership board. And David, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and maybe some of your backstory.
Okay, glad to be here. Joanna and I have joined Woodlake probably about 5 years ago. Our background, we spent a total of 16 years in Africa, 12 of them with the Church of the Lutheran Brethren, doing a medical ministry in Chad and Cameroon. And then I also worked for the U.S. Public Health Service for 4 years on a smallpox eradication measles control program in West Africa. We have 3 children. They're kind of scattered around the country, and we're just happy to be here.
Good. And we are really blessed to have you, especially in this position of Service and Justice Coordinator, because you have such a rich history and such rich experience working globally and locally to do such wonderful work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the work that you're doing on the Service and Justice team and what excites you about that?
Okay. It's been a long process. The murder of George Floyd in May of 2020 was a shock. And I think it shocked us as a congregation to start thinking about how we may have allowed this to happen, what responsibility we have, but most of all, how can we bring healing? After the murder, there was a lot of protests, there was violence. And anyway, the Leadership Council decided that we would put together a small group of people with some experience cross-culturally to look at the justice issues and to see how Woodlake could be a transformational agent in bringing healing to our colored brothers and sisters.
Absolutely. And we are just excited for the work that's happening and the things that the Service and Justice team have been doing. With that said, what is your vision for the church? You know, where do you want to see the church going in the coming years and decades even? What do you think is most important to you in the vision for Woodlake?
Probably the key word is transformation and discipleship. Our prayer is to be transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ and then go out and be able to live it in a way that brings healing, particularly to those who have been neglected and actually damaged and hurt by the racist policies of our country. It didn't only happen in the South. It was very prevalent here in Minneapolis as well. So our hope is to find biblical ways of energizing people, getting them to know Jesus in a personal way, committing their lives to them, and accepting the fact that even we as lay people are full-time ministers of the gospel.
Absolutely.
And we share through our everyday work and our everyday relationships. And an important part of that is to bring racial healing.
Absolutely. Well, that's so important. We're glad for your work and the work of the Service and Justice team in this community, but not only Woodlake Lutheran Church, but in our broader community as well. If folks want to participate in the Service and Justice Commission, you can get in touch with Dave or myself. And we are really excited to be able to bring this work into the congregation, bring these conversations into the congregation. And we thank you for tuning in and checking us out. Thank you, Dave, for your leadership and guidance and mentorship, all the things that you provide for us as a community. So God bless Woodlake and hope to see you soon.